Miri is a retired colonel in the Israeli Defense Forces. A very good morning to you. Good to see you on Sky News. Never mind your former role in the IDF, just as an Israeli, what do you think when you watch that fifth exchange there as part of this first phase of the ceasefire?
I'm breathing in deep. I'm breathing in deep because this should not be normal. I shouldn't be talking about a fifth exchange and this is what happens on Shabbat on Saturday. And three men, two in their 50s, one in his 30s, who were snatched from their home on October 7th. One of them, his wife, and two kids were killed, and his brother was killed, and now he's coming back. You look at them, emaciated, the way that they were put on stage, it hurts, and I don't want this to be normal, and we all need this to be over. So that's my initial reaction as I looked at all of these photos in the last hour or so.
One of the comments that's coming out about this latest exchange, Miri, is that the prisoners seem to be in particularly, sorry, I beg your pardon, the hostages appear to be in particularly poor condition. What is your take on that, and Netanyahu's comments that we will not gloss over their poor condition?
First of all, I want to stake out and thank you for changing the term. They are hostages. They were snatched from their homes. They look horrible. And it's not just that, it's the staging of what was done to them, meaning they were snatched from their homes, they were from their communities on the other side of the border from the Gaza Strip, and they're dressed in these horrific brown uniforms. They were taken in their underwear and pajamas on October 7th. And then you look at them, and not just the emaciated, there are a lot of symbols and emblems that were put there in Hebrew. If you look at the pictures themselves, you're going to recognize both English in the posters. There's Hebrew in the posters. They wrote Hebrew on the prisoner, as if it's prisoner uniforms. You use the term prisoner yourself. They made them make statements on the stage in which they said, we were taken good care of. And all you have to do is compare the photograph of these three men from the day that they were taken, even in the way that they were taken with all of the horrific way it was, and the way that they look now. It's just absolutely horrible. And for all of us, it's as if a given, but this can't be normal. This can't be something that we accept because they were hostages held by Hamas, by Palestinian Islamic Jihad for the last 491 days.
Yeah, and as you're saying there, the optics, the imagery of these exchanges is one which presents certainly Hamas as being very much in control of themselves, if not of the entire process. This time we saw Hamas subjecting those three hostages to televised interviews. What do you make of the way this is being allowed to be shown to the world in terms of the optics of it?
We call this the terror theatrics within the professional arena of those who look at terror armies, and Hamas is a terror army. Why do I say terror theatrics? Because I mean that they want to impact you and me, and there are different impacts. This was televised live on Al Jazeera in Arabic. So it's being televised live with all of the statements that were made. All of the other media outlets can, in their own way, show what they want to show the Israeli side, show what's happening there, give a context. Hamas wants to show vastly different symbols. It wants to show their own people that they're in control, and it wants to impose that control on Israel as well. When I look at it, what I see, yes, they put out weapons, but what they're doing is in a very limited space. They're making sure that they show that they're in control. They're not in control of the Gaza Strip. They just want to impact that in the way that we view it. The colors that they're using, they added onto the uniforms as if they wear uniforms. They only wear them for show, because for the entire last 16 months, including in the attack of October 7th, they wear civilian clothes. They are terrorists. They hide themselves among the civilians, but onto these uniforms, they added a patch with the symbol of the flag of Palestine. Now, I'm not against the flag of Palestine. I'm not against Palestine. I'm against Hamas showing themselves in such a way where they never show themselves that way. Their symbol is the Al-Aqsa compound, the Golden Dome of the Rock. That's what their flag is. And now they suddenly added onto the uniforms. They're trying to show their own legitimacy, their own portrayal as if they are a sovereign military, which they are not. They are a terror army that violently took over the Gaza Strip, and look at what they've done ever since.
A lot of symbolism with this process, as you're describing, but also one which is going to require a lot of humanity on the part of the IDF soldiers to whom they've gone into custody of. They may end up having to tell Eli Sharabi that his family were killed.
So I can't imagine what that will be like, but just so that people know, we still haven't gotten back Shiri Bibas and her two little kids. And Shiri Bibas's husband, Yarden, was one of the exchanges last week. And Shiri Bibas and the two little kids, and those are pictures that we've all followed for the last 16 months, has not yet come back. So Eli is coming back, and somebody had to tell him now that his wife, his two kids, his brother were murdered on the day he was taken. Yarden Bibas, and they filmed this in the psychological warfare. They showed that to us, them telling Yarden that his wife and two children were killed. And we don't know if this is true, but just think of the way that this is being done, this torture that's been going on so long. And my heart can break when I look at the pictures inside the Gaza Strip. This is not an easy war, but we have to put into this context what these hostages are. These are Israelis who are in their homes on Saturday morning, brutally taken away, murdering the family, taking him. I can't imagine what that will be like for the people who have to do so. He's only meeting now his sister. As I said, his brother was murdered, his wife and two kids, Eli Sharabi, who's coming back today. I just hope that we can all hug him. You know what? I also hope that we can allow them to go back to being what I'm going to say, like the anonymous, in a lovely way, the anonymous people they were before. We know every single one of their names. They're our husbands, our children, our grandparents. For every single one of us, we know all of them. And now they're going to come back, and I want to hope that we'll know to give them the space to be able to recover. I don't know how you recover from that, but we need to try to be there for them.
Miri Eisen, good to talk to you. Thank you.
Thank you.